Chiropractors, you've been sold a lie. Ads alone won't fix your new patient problem. If you paid thousands to an agency and ended up with no shows and zero ROI, you are not alone. It's not just about more ads. The real fix: make sure every new patient covers their own cost and pays for two more. Then scale it all predictably and risk-free. I'll show you exactly how it works.
Here's the exact system we use to guarantee an extra $100,000 for chiropractic practices without just running paid ads. Chiropractors, you have been sold a lie. Ads alone are not going to fix your new patient problem. If you paid thousands of dollars to an agency and ended up with no shows and zero ROI, you're not alone. It's not just about more ads. The real fix: we need to make every patient pay for themselves and fund two more. Then we get to scale that all risk-free. I'm going to show you how. My name is Chris, and I can help you take home an extra $100,000 in the next 12 months, guaranteed. Over 80% of the chiropractors I speak to say they don't have the financial or the time freedom they want in order to make more impact, right? And maybe you've tried ads, maybe you tried SEO, social media, workshops. Maybe you've even paid a chiro marketing expert, right, who swore it would work. But instead of this consistent growth, you've got unqualified patients, no shows, and wasted time. And let me just say, it's not your fault. You've just been handed the wrong playbook, right? And so this is only for you if your revenue is at least $10,000 per month, you have or are open to a cash-based practice, you want more high-quality patients who need care, you want financial freedom without working 40 or more hour weeks, you want run a holistic, a rehab, or a wellness-based chiropractic practice, you're overwhelmed by the anxiety of not knowing if you'll make enough to support your family in the ways you want to, and you're ready to go all in now, as long as you have clear and proven action steps, right? And I know what you're thinking. Everybody promises this. There's no way Chris can do this. That's exactly what Mike from Virtue in Stillwater, Oklahoma thought. He was our family chiropractor for years, right? And he still doubted. So I get it. And the result for him: 22 new patients, lives transformed in under 30 days, and over $8,000 collected. We increased his new patients by over 3x in his new practice, right? So the opportunity here: there is a massive gap in the market for amazing practitioners that truly care, right? Since COVID, we've had this massive movement towards holistic care. Patients are tired of the lies and misinformation about their health, but you need to stand out to your ideal patients, or you'll blend in with the noise of the medical world and the other big corporations taking over the holistic space now, right? You need a strong process to qualify patients. You absolutely need to understand how to relate the value of chiropractic to the things they care about, right? Patients just want someone to care about their health and life as much as they care about themselves. Most chiropractors waste money on ads hoping that they'll pay off later. They spend thousands with no guarantee of profit. They get stuck in and they get stuck in unpredictable growth cycles, right? Instead, chiropractors need to make a direct profit from marketing. I just say, like, imagine if your marketing wasn't an expense, but it was generating profit, where every dollar brought you back revenue instantly, right? So your practice could grow without the financial risk. That is what we do. So what do we do differently to get such good results? So number one, it's our high value patient funded marketing system, right? It turns every marketing dollar that you spend into immediate profit. And there's only three numbers here that matter. So let's walk through that. So number one, the customer acquisition cost. This is how much it costs to generate a new patient that starts care, right? Number two, day one cash collected. This is the amount of money you make from a patient on their initial commitment after presenting the care plan, right? So it's their initial commitment, not what they pay for the first visit, but it's what they pay for that treatment plan, right? So number three, lifetime value, the amount of money that your average patient spends at your practice over their lifetime of being a patient. So our goal: cash collected on day one to the customer acquisition cost is a 3-to-1. What does that mean? For every $1 we spend, we make $3 back right away. And our goal in the first 30 days is a testing phase, right? For 60 days, we're focused on optimizing the things that work. And then in 90 days, our goal every 30 days after the 90-day point is that we break even on any dollars we spend, right? That doesn't include retention, referrals, and so forth, right? Google reviews that drive more people to find you on Google. No, like, this is literally, we spend a dollar, we make a dollar back within that month. Why does that matter? Because then we can basically keep doing this indefinitely, right? And then our next goal, last milestone here, is within 120 days, we want a 3-to-1 return. That means we spend $1, we get $3 back within that 30-day period. This doesn't include retention, referrals, right? That's where you get like the big 10, 20, 30 X's, right? That's where we can really grow. But next, number two, lifetime value to the customer acquisition cost, right? This, we want a 10-to-1. What does this mean? Our $1 spent over time, as they retain, as they stay longer, turns into $10 or more, right? And referrals and so forth, like, that's going to be where we can get above that $10 mark. But our goal is that every $1 we spend brings back $10. Because how many times would you pull that slot machine if you put $1 in and got $10 out? You probably wouldn't leave the casino, right? And so number three, cost per acquisition. Two, the cash collected to lifetime value, right? We want to focus on maximizing this equation, right? Because that means we can grow without risk. And then we continue to reinvest the funds that we generate back into the beginning of the equation. With patient funded marketing, we use our hybrid growth model. Number one, first phase is our hyper growth phase. We drive in as many high quality new patients as possible using external sources. Number two, the internal growth phase. Once we're at full capacity, we transition to internal marketing. This makes sure that we bring the best long-term patients from within your practice while we cut the cost and ad spend. Why do we focus on the hypergrowth phase first? Well, it's because usually we still have open spots if we're just focusing on internal, right? But as we get into, hey, we only have 15 slots per month that we could fit a new patient in, or it depends on the practice, right? But as we get to that point, then we switch into the internal growth phase, right? And that's where we try and fill all those spots. Like, let's say we have 15 spots every month. We try and fill all 15 with internal. And as long as we can do that, it does not make sense to advertise because the quality of patient is not going to be as high as our referrals. We know this. And so this hybrid growth model ensures we're not wasting money on ads when you don't need them, right? You scale fast and then you keep growing with the best patients while saving money. So let's just talk about Dr. Lonnie. She went from 10K to 20K monthly collections in just 9 weeks. She's in New Hampshire and she focuses on chiropractic and nutrition, right? She does NRT. And so for years, she was stuck at 10K a month for years. Like every single month, she averaged about 3 new patients. Okay. She held this number like for such a long time, so long she didn't even believe she'd be able to improve it. All right. Her passion, though, was helping patients through NRT, but her patients just wanted straight chiro. So she ended up being exhausted. She didn't value her time because she didn't have enough patients to do so. She wasn't earning enough to provide for her son, her family in the way she wanted to. She was unsure on how to sell care plans without sounding salesy, right? She was scared of making a change that might upset her patients, and patients would drop off of care plans and come in inconsistently, right? And she knew she could help people, but she felt stuck. She felt unsupported. She wasn't sure how to grow, right? We implemented the patient funded marketing system starting with the hypergrowth phase, and her results, she added $10,000 per month in revenue in just 9 weeks. Okay. She converted over 70% of patients into prepaid care plans, which she'd never done before in her life, right? Her retention skyrocketed and she had more committed and consistent patients. So her practice was becoming the practice she always dreamt of. And we built NRT directly into her care plan so she could do what she truly loved, get better results in the process for her patients, get better results for her business, and ended up having more time in her schedule or earning more, right? Crazy. And she didn't change who she was. She just aligned her dream practice with a proven system that made marketing profitable from day one. And now she's more confident in her care. She's making more impact and she's providing more for her family, all by doing the work she's already passionate about, right? And so how much opportunity are you missing out on? Here's a real example from one of our current partners, right? Dr. A, she has 12 new patients monthly, but she can handle 24. Let's just set the scene here. She converts 75% of new patients to a treatment plan. Her average patient spends $72 per visit. Awesome. Patients stay for 65 visits on average throughout the years they see her, which is amazing PVA. Her LTV, so her patient value, right? The amount they spend across their entire lifetime is $72 per visit times 65 visits, right? So it's $4,680. So here's how much revenue she's missing monthly, right? She was missing monthly. So 12 potential new patients at a 75% conversion, right? Let's multiply that by the amount each of those patients is worth, right? That's $42,120 per month. So by just not having these new patient spots filled, she ended up losing $42,000 added revenue per month, right? Over $500,000 in missed revenue every single year. And that isn't theory. Like this is literal math. This is a real example, right? And what would you do with an extra $500,000 every year? Right? You'd probably have less stress. Maybe you'd make more impact, travel with your family. Maybe you just hire your dream team and you have the perfect work-life balance, right? And since working with us literally this past month, I think she had 30 new patients scheduled, right? Absolutely awesome. Crazy. Like they're booking out because she didn't have the spots, the availability for it this month. So you have 3 options from here. Option number 1, you do nothing. You stay where you are. You keep thinking about it. But if you made it this far, then you and I both know not doing anything isn't going to make progress, right? It's only going to keep you where you are now. And that might mean continued financial stress, lack of time freedom, anxiety, overwhelm. So how much is it costing you to miss out on the impact and the financial stability you want, right? Option number 2, you can work with somebody else. And the problem here is that nobody, and I mean nobody, you can look it up, they don't have the combination of expertise, the social proof that I have with the patient-funded marketing approach, right? Other companies will use the same strategies that you've done previously without this one-on-one customized support you're looking for to ensure success. And they definitely don't use the hybrid growth model, right? And then option number 3, third and final option is going to be work with me. And we have our $100,000 growth guarantee. And this is where I can help you take up an extra $100,000 in the next 12 months, guaranteed, right? And so what do we do? What do we actually do to get such good results? So let's walk through it. So number 1 is the custom done for you patient funded marketing system, right? More new patients, instantly profitable. We don't just run ads. We install our patient-funded marketing system that turns every dollar into immediate revenue. So we create, we test, and we optimize ad campaigns using tens of thousands of dollars in live data every single month. You don't guess what works because we already know, right? So we fill your schedule with high quality patients fast and cost effectively. So your marketing isn't an expense, it's an investment. So traditional agencies, we're going to walk through what most people charge here. Traditional agencies charge over $2,000 without this level of precision, right? And they don't know the same things that we do about patient funded marketing. So let's walk through Dr. Kyle's story. So he was burned, stuck in his growth. Everything changed though after we installed a patient-funded marketing system in his practice. And his goal wasn't just to grow; he wanted to double his revenue from $27,000 per month to $50K per month, right? And then sell the practice so he can move into a virtual functional medicine business and travel the world. And his struggle was not lack of commitment, right? Before we met, he had worked with multiple companies. One of them he'd literally spent 12 months with and $20,000 with. He trusted the process, right? But time and time again, these companies struggled to get patients booked, right? Patient quality was terrible. The few patients that did book either no showed or didn't convert. And that's when we implemented the patient funded marketing approach, right? Just 4 months in, Dr. Kyle generated over 64,000 in signed care plans from new patients brought in by the system. I think now he's over 70, right? Over 70,000 now. He had a lifetime record for revenue for January collections just this year, right? And in February, we launched an internal campaign as part of this hybrid growth phase. And it got an extra 12 patients to raise their hands, let us know they had a referral in mind. And so Dr. Kyle, he's now crushing it and building towards selling the practice this year. A practice that can grow fast, make profit instantly, and one day sell itself, right? And that's exactly what patient-funded marketing was built to do. Number 2, the done-for-you patient pre-check process. This is the ultimate qualification process, which means no more time wasters, only serious patients. This has transformed the game. Let's face it, most people truly aren't ready to make a real change to their health. And no chiropractor I've met has time to waste with 40% show rates, has time to waste with patients that aren't ready to make some kind of commitment, right? And so we built something different. Instead of chasing people down and hoping they show up, we flip the script. We make them prove they're serious before they even get on your schedule. Okay, so that means prepaid visits only, so people actually show up committed. We don't want time wasters, right? This means custom ads targeting your best patients so you get the right people, not just any people, right? This means perfect ROI tracking. So we don't have to wonder if marketing is working. We don't have to wonder if this campaign is generating the right types of people. We know, right? And then lastly, we have AI powered follow-up. Never waste a time chasing a lead again, right? To build this from scratch, you need to pay $1,500 to a sales funnel building coach just for the scripting and spend 10 to 15 hours setting up. And then you'd be making the calls too. So we do this all for you. And so this is Dr. Harris. He went from burned out, bouncing agencies as well, to 40K in just 5 months, right? Round Rock, Texas. He was stuck in the cycle that almost everyone knows too well. He was working with one agency after another, always chasing the next promise of more patients. But each time it was the same story, right? Low quality leads, missed appointments, not real conversions. And he wasn't lazy or unskilled. He was just attracting the wrong people, right? People who book a call, they ghost you and they vanish forever, right? And so we installed our done for you patient pre-check process, the system that filters out time wasters and gets only serious patients on the books, right? That means every patient prepaid before walking the door. So no shows nearly disappeared. Number 2, ads were crafted to attract his best fit patients, not bargain hunters or coupon chasers, right? In just 5 months, he pulled in over $40,000 in revenue from paid ads. In his video testimonial, he told me he converted all but one of those new patients in a month, right? And this wasn't luck. Like this was math, right? And this is what happens when you stop gambling on leads and start pre-qualifying the right people before they ever walk through the doors, right? It means that you can spend more of your time actually helping the people that want the help. So number 3, done for you booking and follow-up system. This means no more wasted time or leads. We have an instant response system. Our team calls leads as soon as they fill out the form so they don't lose interest. You don't have to make these calls. We do it for you. We have live scheduling support 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So your patients book when it's most convenient for them, not when you're front desk or not when you get around to it. You don't have to decide between spending time with family and booking a new patient. We handle that for you, right? Number 3, human plus AI follow-up system. We keep chasing the hardest to reach leads until they actually book or say, no, I'm not interested. So we don't lose opportunities, right? Hiring a full-time staff member from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. would very easily cost you over $2,500 per month. And they would not have the daily training our team does, right? Number 4, referral jumpstart, 20 plus new patients on autopilot. So we have our patient reactivation, turning old patients into active ones. Seasonal referral challenges, creating urgency and social proof. Patient experience transformation checklists, so every patient becomes a raving fan. The tried and true referral playbook to get 30 plus referrals per month. The SMS campaign, get 8 referrals in 1 hour. Yes, literally, this is the average. Referral pit stops. Never miss another referral opportunity again, right? The simple method to get referrals booked without chasing them down. And essentially, it's all the strategies for explosive growth. So other chiros in your area are studying your marketing playbook. Okay. So a coach is probably going to charge you $2,500 just to teach this, not the custom implementation, not everything else that comes with it. So number 5, non-salesy patient conversion blueprint. Patients stay longer, they commit to care, and they say yes without pressure, right? This includes a step-by-step customized conversion framework. So you don't have to hard sell like a sleazy car salesman. Okay. This is our communication mastery system. Number 2, to confidently have conversations about what your patients care about, so that they feel honest and natural. Next, ethical conversion training to increase care plan adoption. Your patients want to stay with you because they believe in their health, right? And they're actually compliant to the care plans that you recommend. Next, custom one-on-one implementation to fit your philosophy, to fit your values, to fit your vision for your dream practice, so that nothing feels like it's going above and beyond in a negative way. Nothing feels like you're losing sight of what your practice is meant to be, right? A good sales coach is going to charge $3,000 or more for the similar level of training we're going through. So this is Dr. Ryan. He was barely making it in the Bay Area. He was doing about $4,000 a month, which is crazy. Bay Area, California, right? Bills are piling up. He had one new patient every other month. That is wild. And he'd already tried ads before, right? He'd spent money, he got burned. And later he told me that when we started, he honestly didn't even think we'd be able to help him because he thought patients just came in for a deal, not the care. But he knew he needed to give it one last try, so he decided to. And within 7 days of us actually starting our advertising system, right, for the explosive growth, he had 8 new patients booked. In his first month, after just a few conversion training sessions, he literally converted more patients than the entire previous year. Since doubling down on the conversion process, he's had multiple 10K months. And most importantly, he has confidence. It is back. Not because it's hype, not because there's anything crazy that happened, but it's because he finally had a process that aligned with his philosophy and it worked, right? Dr. Colin, Dr. Erica, you can't sell care plans in Canada. That is literally something they told me, right? He said that they won't commit to care plans. It's not just how it works it's just not how it works with insurance. And patients love that I don't push plans. They come when they can, right? Before working with us, he and his wife averaged 12 to 13K per month. They downsized his practice after COVID and they couldn't find traction again. And they had never sold a single care plan before, let alone have a patient prepay ever, right? He sold his first ever care plan, then his second, then his third. And within 60 days, he added 40 new patients. And in 1 week alone, he collected over $7,000, which is more than half his monthly income before, right? Now he is more confident. His patients commit to care. They're getting better results and they're sticking around for longer. Number 6, our patient profit multiplier. Patients become 2 to 5 times more valuable. They get better results and they stay with you longer. Everybody wants that, right? That includes our retention framework so they stay longer and refer more. Custom service upsells so we can increase the revenue per patient with zero extra effort. And care plan compliance. This boosts patient results and profits at the same time. So chiropractic coaches charge $2,000 plus for this training alone, since this multiplies your patient value and it adds thousands of extra dollars in practice revenue per patient. We build it directly into your practice. So this is Dr. Maddie from Orange County, California. When she first came to us, she was stuck. Her practice was bringing in just about $3,500 a month. She set poor expectations into patient care timelines, right? Patients treated her like a casual drop-in. There's no structure, no real commitment to getting better. But she cared so deeply and so intensely about helping people. She was just terrified of coming off as salesy. So she avoided talking about care plans at all. She never had the honest conversation about the care her patients would actually need to get the results they wanted. And so her patients came when they felt like it, and results suffered because of it. That changed fast, right? We didn't teach her how to sell when we started working with her. We just gave her the confidence and structure to have real honest conversations with her patients about what they actually needed to do to get better. And the result, her price has gone up significantly. Patients are committing to 3 to 6 month long treatment plans. She converted 27 out of 33 new patients in a single month with the right expectations. Those correct expectations have led to an increase in retention, and the revenues jumped from $3,000 to $3,500 to over $10,000 per month because patients are sticking through their care plan and moving into wellness care, right? Number 7, the personalized implementation for your practice. We don't use cookie cutter systems. This is built around you and your goals, right? This is a strategic roadmap for you. We don't force a one size fits all model. Every piece of the system is customized to your dream practice, your dream lifestyle, your patients, and your revenue goals. So we start with our custom approach to make sure we're steering towards your dreams and your goals every step of the way. So we have here Dr. Jeremy, Dr. Melissa, Dr. Sweeney. So Dr. Jeremy, bottom right, Lake in the Hills, Illinois. He's a prenatal pediatric young family practice. In his first month, he tripled his new patients from 8 to 26, and he jumped from $17,500 to $26,500 in monthly revenue. Watch his testimonial. Crazy. Video on our case studies page. Dr. Melissa, top right. She's in Oakland, California, multi-provider practice. Through a hybrid growth model, she generated 124 new patients. She earned over 50 Google reviews in a 2-day stretch, and she got 72 existing patients to reactivate a referral friend. That is nuts. We have Dr. Amanda in Prairie, Minnesota, integrated wellness practice. After a failed experience with another marketing company, she invested $5,000 into our system, and she generated $25,907 in immediate returns, not including referrals, continuation, etc. Right? Dr. Sweeney on the left here, she's in Seattle, Washington. After hitting 30K months in 2022, she expanded her practice, but her revenue crashed until she couldn't even pay her bills every month. Right? She tried working with the big marketing company. They booked a ton of new patients, but the patients rarely showed up, and the people that did were not good fits. Right? So her average revenue dropped to under $17,000 per month, most of that going directly to expenses at the new location. And that's when we met. Within months of implementing our system, she reclaimed her $30,000 monthly revenue for the first time in 2 years. Number 8, direct access and one-on-one support. You get real help whenever you want it instantly. You're not going to ever be left to get lost in the ether of Chiro Jump. You will be receiving an extreme amount of attention. And so we will be in a private chat between you, your team, and our entire team. There's no more email follow-up and 3 to 5 business day response time, right? Every question you have gets answered near immediately. There's a step-by-step execution. It means you follow the system, we handle the heavy lifting, right? You will simply do what we're actively instructing you to do. This means lower mental bandwidth required. Our founders, our expert team are specifically available, active, and answering your questions. We're not going to make you feel stupid for asking questions. If you got all this, custom implementation had direct access to the level that we give you, someone will probably charge you at least $1,500 because of how custom and time consuming this can be. We take on the risk for you. This is our $100,000 growth guarantee. If you implement our system and you don't add $100,000 in revenue over the next 12 months, we'll keep working with you for free until you do. We'll upgrade you to private one-on-one consulting as well, so you will not get lost in it, right? And so what does this mean? You will end up adding $100,000 in revenue. We're going to work with you until you do, right? And so here's some bonuses that I want to add in, right? And so I like doing this because I like doing things that are special, because if you are the type of person who likes to take action and wants to take action now, I do want to reward you for that. And so this is only for the first 10 people who book this month. You're going to get a 24 in 24 review jumpstart, which means you pull in dozens of reviews in 24 hours, boosting your local SEO and social proof overnight. Number 2, I'm going to give you our fast cash, $10,000 in 14 days play. This is our exact playbook to drive instant revenue before investing a single dollar into ads. We're actually going to even set this up for you. And then number 3 is our private internal referral jumpstart training, right? And so this is what the top 1% of practices use to get 30 referrals monthly, right? And I literally, like, when we started this business, I literally went and interviewed over 200 different chiropractors, and I took what the top 1% were working with, like, cool, how do we apply this to other docs? And that's where we started, and that's where this training is from. All right, so you're going to get all of these completely free of charge, right? This is strictly limited to the first 10 chiropractors each month. After that, they're gone. So let's recap. If you are feeling overwhelmed, not seeing the growth you want, and you're tired of trying all the things just to stay stuck, here's exactly what you're getting when we work together. So you're not only going to get our custom patient-funded marketing system, so you can fill your schedule with high-quality new patients and make a profit from day one. Not only do you get our done-for-you booking system, so you never waste another second chasing leads or playing phone tag. Our team handles all the follow-up for you. Not only do you get our done-for-you patient pre-check process, so you stop getting ghosted and you only speak with serious patients who show up and want your care. Not only do you get our referral jumpstart, so you generate 20 plus new patients each month on autopilot without ads, using referrals, reactivations, and more. Not only do you get our non-salesy patient conversion blueprint, so you turn more first visits into long-term care plans without ever feeling salesy or pushy. Not only do you get our patient profit multiplier, so every patient becomes more valuable to your business, staying longer and referring more and getting better results. Not only do you get direct support, one-on-one access, and personalized implementation, so you can build your dream practice with the proven principles others have used, you also get the 24 and 24 review jumpstart, the fast cash, $10,000 in 14 days play, and the private internal referral jumpstart training. And you get all of this backed by a $100,000 growth guarantee. So that if you follow our program and you don't add $100,000 in revenue in the next 12 months, we keep working with you for free, and we give you private one-on-one consulting until you add $100,000 in revenue. There is literally no way to lose here. Literally no way to lose. And a ton of people use inflated numbers for what their services are worth, right? I wanted to avoid that. So I asked GPT to give me accurate costs for everything we do. Okay. And here's that prompt that I added. And you feel free to take a look at that. But I'm gonna fast forward to what the numbers were. So GPT said, hey, here's real adjusting pricing based on real world costs, right? And so they segment into DIY. So if you were to do it yourself, if you were to hire somebody, and then it gave me a fair price to charge for this based on all the information it has on my company, right? right? And so, number one, the patient-funded marketing system, it said it would be $7,500 setup plus $3,000 a month. The Done For You booking system, $5,000 setup plus $2,500 a month. The patient pre-check process, it is a $4,500 setup plus $1,500 a month. And this is the fair price, right? The internal marketing system, $6,500 setup plus $2,500 a month. Patient conversion blueprint, $6,000 setup plus $1,500 a month. Patient profit multiplier, $5,000 setup plus $2,000 a month. White glove support, $4,500 setup plus $1,500 a month. So it said according to GPT, everything in this program would cost $39,000 in setup plus about $14,500 per month if you hired multiple companies or you built it yourself, right? That's what it said. It was the fair price. Okay. And honestly, like that lines up with what I've seen quoted by others just to do a fraction of what we're offering here. And so I don't feel bad at all about just waiving the entire $39,000 setup cost and just charging $14.5K per month for the full system, right? And to be fair, I didn't build this to be fair. And so I built this to be a complete no-brainer. And so what I'm going to do, we're going to cut that monthly number in a little bit less than half, right, to $6,000 per month. And I really don't feel bad about charging that. But even though $6,000 per month is way less than the total true value, I'm still not done. I want to make this offer so good that it is impossible to say no to. And so we're going to cut that in half one more time. Okay, one more time. And so that takes us down to just $3,000 a month. So your investment is just $3,000 a month. And honestly, I do feel amazing about that price because of how much value, how much support, and the guarantee that we include with that to add an extra $100,000, right? But here's the thing. I started this company to serve the best chiropractors. So you never have to choose between impacting patients and providing for your family, right? And so we're not just cutting the price. We've shifted the standard here. And what does that mean? We actually charge less than the price of one care plan. And we're going to ensure that it's profitable for you. Okay. And so let's review worst case, best case here. Worst case, you get a fully built system. You learn how to attract better patients and you increase value. And if you don't add $100,000 in 12 months, we keep working with you for free with upgraded support. You gain the skills, the systems, and support with zero risk, right? Best case, you hit 30K, you hit 40K, and even $50,000 monthly. You take home more, you work less, you become the go-to clinic in your city, and you finally have the freedom to live the lifestyle you became a chiropractor for. This isn't just about more revenue. This is about building your dream life, right? So worst case, you end up adding $100,000. It just takes longer than 12 months. Best case, we help you hit far more than that and you build your dream life. There's no version of this where you lose. Next steps, click the button below this video, just answer a few questions, then schedule a call with our team. We will walk through all the details, customized to your business, and get those bonuses set up. I will see you on the call.